Good afternoon once again. Now we're ready to delve into our interactive segment, and we appreciate your feedback in regard to stories that we have highlighted for you. Now we're moving to matters of technology, a little bit on matters of taxi hailing apps. I'm sure a majority of Kenyans have already had that particular experience, and now we're having a new entrant in that particular space. Introducing my guest this morning is the CEO of Moovn Technology, that is Mr. Godwin Gabriel. Thank you, sir, for your time.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Now, from where we speak, just cut the long story short then, how is Moovn Technology, that particular taxi hailing app, different from whatever is already out here in the market?
Well, we bring a wealth of new technologies and features to our applications. Most importantly is that we're excited, first of all, to be launching in Nairobi here. We want to say that Moovn is a very different type of application. We liken it to a lifestyle application. We've expanded over the years from rideshare to including e-commerce as well as delivery services. And our e-commerce platform is integrated with the rideshare platform, Moovn itself, all functional through the app to be able to monitor, track your orders and deliveries. It's a multifunctional application, and whereas users can either ride, shop, and or pay seamlessly through Safaricom M-Pesa.
Mm-hmm. So I understand also in this particular with this particular app you can pre-schedule a trip. How does that work?
Yes.
Where especially looking at when you're calling a cab or hailing a cab, matters of traffic and the route to be used come into play then. How will you balance this too if
Absolutely.
I pre-schedule my trip?
That's a great question. So we differ in so many ways. That includes, being able to pre-schedule your ride. So if you know that you're going to be heading down to the airport maybe a week or hours, 24 hours away tomorrow, whatever the case is, you can pre-schedule your ride and you'll be able to get confirmation of a driver and interact with the driver down to up to the day or time that you're going to be picked up.
Mm-hmm. So that will depend on where you're going and the time that you need to be there.
Correct.
Now, issues of value of for investment. Mm-hmm. We've had a lot of complaints, especially from drivers, saying that they're not earning as much as they should when driving for different apps. So how are you handling this particular issue? Is it a value for investment?
Absolutely. And we have really over the years and since our founding and since I founded the company, have put special focus on the driver. The driver is what we call our MVP. Amongst other programs that we provide on our platform is the driver's ability to earn extra on our platform. We have a referral program where they can bring in customers and fellow drivers onto the platform and earn a 5%, up to a 5% bonus in each time and the driver that they invited completes a ride or the customer that they invited completes a ride. And that's indefinite as long as there's utilization on our platform. We also, as far as extend 15% commission per ride compared to other competitors, whereas the driver can retain up to 85% of the fare. Mm-hmm. So we pride ourselves in really putting the driver first.
Now, how do you vet, the drivers who come? How will you be vetting? Will you be vetting? Let's just begin there. Will you be vetting the drivers who are coming in on the app, or is it open, free for all, in as far as quality assurance of service is concerned?
Absolutely. Vetting is important. We vet our drivers. We pride ourselves being a global platform, started off in the U.S., and we're continuously expanding our footprint across Africa. Vetting of the drivers is important. We've been very fortunate from the U.S. and across our markets not to have had any incident of any issues because we're very careful. I particularly have mandated that we make sure that our drivers, regardless of whether they work for other platforms, are carefully vetted so that way we don't have any issues or incidents. So we take safety of our customers at the highest, to the highest level of regard, and we've continued to do so over the years.
Now, one would regard that this market is already flooded, rather saturated, and issues of competition.
Yes.
Is the market flooded from where you sit?
The market is not big enough, right? The market is big enough, and I beg your pardon, the market is large enough for other players to come in. I also feel like the market is also in need of differentiation. And what I mentioned earlier is that we're a lifestyle brand. We want to be able to have one app that can answer to many life demands, whether you're shopping, eating, riding, or whatever the case is. And I think that, just to be able to just have one single app that just like I can hail a ride from and that's about it, it's not good enough. Innovation is begging for, the market is begging for innovation, and I think that we can readily answer to that.
Mm-hmm. Now, talking about the unique selling points for any other business, those are some of the aspects that most Kenyans look for, or any clientele will be looking for. Now, if you're talking about vehicles, it's the quality of vehicles that are providing the service or under Moovn technology.
Correct.
What should we expect?
We're quality versus quantity. As I said again, we're very methodical. It's exuded in our branding. It's exuded in everything we do. I embody that as well, as want to make sure that everything that we put out there in front. I'm a father of three. I want to make sure that when my kids, are riding around, they are safe. Most importantly, so not only that, saying just dumping out a technology product there, not caring what the quality or safety standards are. I am very, very keen on ensuring that when we build these technologies, I look at my family first. I look at my friends first, and we look at the customer base as well, and making sure that we're able to give them the best and most qualified product out there.
Mm-hmm. Now we're approaching the festive season. Actually, Christmas is just about 15 days away.
Yeah.
Now, in terms of your scope or your operational scope, what are we looking at?
That is actually what is bringing me here. I'm feeling like it's the right time for us to launch. I think as this Christmas is coming around, there'll be a high demand of utilization and need for such platforms. Our e-commerce platform, Nubia, I believe will be able to provide an opportunity not only for merchants to be able to sell on our platform, and folks to be able to buy, but it also extends an ability for regular users, people like yourself, being able to, hey, I have maybe a handbag that I'm not using anymore and I'd like to sell it, and being able to easily do that.
Mm-hmm. Indeed, so that's your unique selling point.
Correct.
What about affordability?
Affordability, yes. So all the way around, affordability of our services is key, so that way we can be able to extend to mass market. Moovn is an impact-driven brand. We want to make sure that it's just not necessarily a niche play that is only available to only a certain constituent or customer constituent. We want to make sure that even folks are from the far parts and being able to have access to a smartphone are equally included.
Mm-hmm. Very well said. We have been speaking to the CEO of Moovn Technology, the latest kid on the block in as far as the digital taxi hailing apps are concerned. He says the market is not too small to have a unique brand in the market, and being the festive season, what a right time to launch such a service. That is none other than the CEO of Moovn Technology, Godwin Gabriel. Thank you very much, sir, for your time.
Thank you for having me.